What is going on YouTube? But Great Blades here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Hinderer Eklipse 3.5 inch. Start with some measurements here. Overall length here is going to be 8¼ inches. With a 3.5 inch blade and call that about 3¼ inches of cutting edge. Do a quick measurement on the blade stock thickness here. All Hinderers, I'm pretty sure, as far as I know, are the same blade stock thickness, but we'll do it just in case. And just to show, 160, I believe they're actually measured about 165 thousandths. So definitely some thickness behind or on the spine there, and then down to a slimmer, thinner edge there. Do a measurement on the weight here. So weight on the Hinderer Eklipse. This one does have full tie scales though, so this will be a little bit heavier than the stock ones. The stock ones come with a G10 show side scale, but this one 5.1 ounces. So it's a little bit of a heavy boy, but it's not awful. It won't be terrible to carry in your pocket in terms of weight. It's not going to weigh you down too much unless you're wearing like athletic shorts or something like this. Do a quick size comparison with the Demco 20.5 with my OG scales on it. Link for them down below. And then the QSP Penguin. So this is going to be longer than both, significantly longer than the QSP Penguin, and still longer so than even something like the 20.5. Do a quick comparison on the carry profile. So compared to the 20.5 here, it is just ever so slightly thicker there, but not significantly so. But then compared to something like the the QSP Penguin, it is definitely thicker than that, but it's still not so thick that it's going to be like carrying a brick in your pocket or anything like that. So yeah, like I mentioned, this one has the titanium scale on it. I bought this one off the secondary 3 years ago, I think, just about. This one is the why am I not able to think about it right now? This one's a dealer exclusive. I can't remember off the top of my head right this very second, but I will put it up here somewhere. It's the Bowie blade shape, which makes it their exclusive. Southern edges, thank you, sorry. Thank you to myself, brain, thank you. Southern edges exclusive, about 3 years ago. Back then, they were definitely much more expensive and on the secondary and not as available. I see them hanging out a little bit more often now, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. You know, Hinderer has, had ups and downs in terms of availability with their knives, but in the last 2 years, I'd say, year and a half maybe, their availability has been much better, which is great news for knife guys that like Hinderers. But originally when I bought this, so this is their Battle Blue finish. Originally when I bought this, it had a stonewash blue scale on it. I have a picture of that somewhere. I will throw it up on screen here somewhere if I remember. But I never noticed at first, and then one day I was carrying it, and I think I posted a picture of it, and one of my friends was like, your scales are 2 different colors. Did you know that? And then I went back, I took it out, I looked at it, and yep, they were. It came with a stonewashed, a textured but stonewashed blue instead of battle blue tie scale on it. So once I saw that, I immediately had to start searching for a battle blue scale. I did eventually find one, and for a pretty decent price. So I picked it up, and I sold or traded the stonewash blue to another gentleman. Can't remember, but fun little story about that one. And then it's got the copper hardware on it here, and then just recently, this past April in North America, there was that Eclipse, and Hinderer came out with the some pocket clips and tab sets for that. Obviously I had to pick one up. It's fitting. It's the Eclipse model, which is actually the origin story, I believe, of this model. They were wanting to make a new model, and there was an eclipse over the ranch there in Ohio, and so that's how they got the name. But I thought that'd be fitting to put that hardware on here, so I did, and I got the bronze ones, obviously, to match the other hardware that I had here. So these are flat ground, at least currently. I know not too long ago they came out with the slicer, like hollow grind for the XM18 3.5 inch, so maybe the Eclipses are next on that. Hint hint, nudge nudge, you know, anyone from Hinderer watching, please, that'd be fantastic. But it is flat ground, so it's not super duper thin, but it does come down to a reasonable edge. This one I definitely need to sharpen. I have used this thing a ton, but yeah, it's not terrible. Of course, Hinderers, especially the newer gen ones, are known for their tri-way, so the knife can run on Teflon washers, phosphor bronze, or bearings if you would like. This one I have on phosphor bronze just because personally that is my taste. I have some linty pockets sometimes, so I don't like stuff getting in there, which is a plus side of phosphor bronze washers. But the action on this one is ridiculous. The gentleman who sold this to me definitely tuned this thing very well. You know, I mean, it's perfectly, well, it is ever so slightly over. Maybe I gotta retune that a little bit, but when it came to me, it was perfectly centered, and the action was still, you know, crazy smooth like it is now. The detent is maybe a little light for some people, but personally I don't mind that. It's not so light that it's gonna, you know, flick out or anything, like, but it is a little bit lighter. But I like that because that means I can pretty easily flick the knife with the thumb studs. Because Hinderer knives, they do have the thumb studs there, but they act mostly as external stops here at the top of the frame, just to give it a little bit of extra rigidity and strength in the lockup. But this one you can also do very nicely with the front or reverse flick. Reverse flick is a little bit more tricky, but you can get it. You just got to get the right angle. It's more of a kind of up and out than just straight up or straight out. But and then the flipper obviously works great as well. And with Hinderers, they are reversible carry, so you can do tip up, tip down. but it is right hand only. They do have lefty models for the XM18. I don't know that I've seen any lefty models for the Eklipse. I'm not sure on that one, but it is reversible carry in terms of tip up or tip down, whichever you prefer. These are frame locks, obviously, and Hinderers are all made entirely in the USA, even down to the hardware, screws, and things like that, so they machine those in their shop. So if that's something that is important to you, you can be proud of knowing that these are an entirely USA made product. With that being said, though, you are going to pay for that stock with just the G10 scale. These are $425, and then depending on the finish, and sometimes the exclusives, I believe, are a little bit more expensive, around $450 maybe. And then if it's Battle Black, of course, they always charge a little bit extra for the Battle Black finish. Of course, with mine, I overpaid, but I wanted it because I do really like the Bowie blade shape, and at the time they weren't super available. All of their Southern Edges stock of these had been sold out, and they said we're not doing any for a while down the road, and I wanted one, so I did overpay for it. I think I paid close to $700. So I definitely overpaid a little bit on that. Tie scales are about $200 to $225, but I paid $700 with the tie scale, so a little bit extra, but he also included the bronze hardware that he had, the copper hardware that he had installed on it. So I'm okay with it. I wanted it bad enough, and it wasn't absurdly overpriced. You know, it's not like I paid double for it. I'm maybe $50 or $100 over on it. It's not bad for me personally, but brand new $425, and then tie scales $200, $225. Ergonomically speaking, very, very comfortable. The jimping is nice. You can definitely choke up on it. It does have a forward choil there, so you can choke up even further if you want to. You do not feel that clip squeezing down everywhere there. Don't feel it at all. And in my opinion, I think the Eklipse, much like the Jurassic, has better ergonomics than the XM18. I think that nice little kind of thumb ramp here makes it much more comfortable to carry and use long term. I don't know that I have anything extra really to say about these. You know, Hinderer's been around a while. Most people already kind of have an opinion on them in the knife world here. I enjoy them, but I also do understand why some people do not. But that's going to be it. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and comment down below. What do you think of the Eklipse? Do you like it better than the XM18? Do you like it better than the Jurassic, or are there other models? They do also have the 3-inch Eklipse, but they don't make that super often, very, very rarely. Only in the last year or year and a half or so did they release another batch of them. They haven't done it since, though, but before then it was years, you know, even longer than that. But they do also make a smaller one, if that's something you're interested in chasing after. But anyways, let me know what you guys think, and be sure to subscribe because I will be posting more videos, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.